I don't come live unless, you know, unless I have something to speak about, or unless I have a project, doing, because sometimes I'm just extremely tired. So as you come on the live, I'm just asking you to go ahead and share the live, right? So basically, I had something happen, and I just wanted to touch on that. Real quick. Michael, Beck, big up. Sasha-lee, big up, guys. As you come on, just share the live and let me just have a conversation with you quickly. Before I go into what I want to speak about, I just hope everybody is well. You know, yesterday we had a storm, and I hope everyone's safe. I hope nobody not flood out. I haven't heard anything about lives lost. So we give God thanks for mercy. And I'm just grateful that we made it through, right? Because I know a lot of people had some bad encounters, but I hope you are all well. I hope you're all well, guys. So firstly, let me just say that. Secondly, what I wanted to talk about was, before I actually go into what I really want to say, is food drive is December the 18th. In partnership with the Madge Lewis Scholarship Foundation, we're aiming for 200 families. I really need your support, guys. We really need your support on this one. To provide for some families during that period. I know we're in COVID, I know that things are really hard, but you know, you don't have to give a big whack. If you're able to donate a case of tissue, you know, some mackerel, some sardines, some rice, some tin items or so on, or if you even raise chicken and you're able to donate some chicken, we'd be grateful for that, right? And that's December the 18th. The reading program should resume September. I'll speak to Mr. Smith about that, but we should resume classes September for the reading program. And I'm going to go back to the reading program when I get into what I actually wanted to speak about, right? I do have Zelle. Guys. I have to big up Lolo for that. I did not do that on my own. God has sent some angels in my life since I have been on this journey. But what I really wanted to speak to you about, guys, is I had an encounter last year, and I see something similar happen to me just yesterday. Last year, I had a child reach out to me asking me for money to buy a phone. It was a little girl or a little boy, I don't remember. I think it was a little girl that reached out, and they were asking for $10,000 to purchase a phone. The child went as far as to say that they were willing to meet me for the money. Now, the reason why I'm doing this live, is just to issue a warning. Parents, I beg you, do not let these smartphones be smarter than you. Please get involved and watch your children on these social media apps. You know, oh God, I had a little girl. I went on my Snapchat yesterday and I had a little girl. She added me. I wasn't sure who the person was, because a lot of people have my Snap, and I accepted, and the person said hello. And before I could respond, there was a beautiful child that had sent me a picture of herself, and I screenshot it. I screenshot the picture, and I said to the person, "Do I know you?" And you know, they didn't respond, and I watched to see if the person would send me back a message, but they didn't. So I sent back the message saying, if this is a child, there are a lot of predators on the internet. You know, I sent a message, and if it's a parent, I'm asking the parent to get involved and monitor their children. Now, the truth of the matter is, you have a lot of parents who cannot read. And that is why I place so much emphasis on the reading program. Please, I'm begging you, parents, to monitor your children. That child came across my social media and decided to send me a picture of themselves. I've had children come across my social media and take it upon themselves to call and ask for things. And I've said these children have gone as far as to offer to come and meet me. Parents, I beg you, there are predators out there and they have no conscience when it comes on to luring your children. Search the phones. This, what I'm talking about, has hit closer to home than I would have liked. Please, I beg you, parents, search your children's phone. Monitor your children, the apps that your children are using. We're living in some serious times, and I wouldn't want for your child to be the next child that makes the news. Do not be naive. Some of you, I remember speaking to a parent about her daughter. I don't want to speak about certain things. I don't want him to report my page again. Her daughter was talking about size. You know, I won't go into details, but like measuring with a ruler. And when I spoke to the parent said her child is really smart. Idiot. They said their child is really smart. So I'm saying to you, get involved and monitor your children's phone. And they're no longer targeting little girls alone. Little boys are very popular. Now, Snapchat deletes itself immediately after it's read, and that is where a lot of predators will go. Because as a message is sent, it will delete itself. Now, Snapchat has put a thing on it where it can go up to 24 hours, right? Monitor your children's phone. As a parent, you should have access to your child's device. As a parent, your child should not have a password on their device and you do not know their password. They're not planning your surprise birthday party. They're not planning to buy you cake and you're not supposed to find out. As innocent as the face may look, search the device. Now, I'm saying this as a warning. I've had too many children come on my social media asking for things and sending their innocent little pictures. I know in real life that there are men that pretend to be women to lure people. Do not let your child be the one that goes into that trap. Like I said, I don't come live often unless I have something to talk about. But I am begging, get involved. On all of these social media apps that are promoting things that you don't promote in your household. The things that your children are being exposed to. You don't promote it in your household, but when they go on social media tell them that this is right. Social media highlights and glorifies a lot of things that we as adults know are not right. Social media does not come with values, guys, morals. Okay, the norms that social media spread is not the norms that you teach your children. No, I'm saying that this is the last time. Monitor your children. Some uno, because uno have benefit, uno have big man and big woman, and uno yard. Me na run pit the joke. Some uno as mother and father, through the pitney and bring in the money, on no business where it come from. We're living in serious and dangerous times. Do not let your child be the next one to make the news. I am begging you. For a pitney, for a child to just come and be sending me such a beautiful little girl. Just send me her picture, so. For a child to just come and text me and start begging money and say they're willing to meet me. Them don't know if them talk to a big great one man. They don't know they're speaking to a woman with ill intentions. Parents, I am asking you to get involved. Get involved. Wise up. You see the times that we're living in. Don't make it be you with on your belly. Because I'm telling you, the blame does not go far from home some of the times. Get involved. It is serious times that we're living in. And me no want to come live, come talk about this again. I don't want to have to come live and talk about this again, guys. Stop allowing your children to use their device to beg. Stop it. And I know you have parents that cannot read. If you're in the Linstead area, I'm sorting out an adult reading class. If you're in the Linstead Bugwalk area, I am in talks for an adult reading class. It won't be as fast as the children one because that's what I will want to be on a one-on-one basis. Because a lot of our parents cannot read. So their children run circles around them because they themselves cannot read. So they cannot check to see what is happening on the phones. They themselves don't even know how to operate some of these social medias. Some of the parents know our Facebook. But there are tricks and trades to this. And I'm begging you, parents, get involved. Don't let not being able to read be your excuse. We're living in the day and age of technology. Go on YouTube. If you cannot type it, say it. Smartphones come with voice command where you can search by voice. Press it and say what you have to say. Press it and say, reading for beginners. Teach me how to read. It will take you to YouTube and it will take you to the page where it teaches you from your ABC. Let there be no shame in your game when it comes on to protecting your children. If you don't protect your child, who will? If you do not protect your child, who will? Do not let ignorance, and a lot of times we use the word ignorant in the wrong way because we love some darker ignorant, but ignorance means lacking of knowledge or thereof. Do not let that be the reason why you don't know what's happening in your child life. Press the thing was say voice command on your smartphone, the same smartphone that you're using to watch this live, and say, teach me to read. It will take you to YouTube and it will teach you your ABC. It will take you to the word factory. It will teach you about your vowels. It will teach you syllables. And then you will learn how to string sentences together. There are apps that will teach you to even sound out words. If that is what you need to do to protect your child, do not look and say, me a 30 already, I'm never read a day in my life, I'm gonna make it this far. Your child can reach further. Do not be the one that stand in the way of your child reaching further because you didn't protect them. I don't want no more child to text me and ask for money. I don't want no more children to send me a picture of themselves. Me no run pitney joke. I don't run pitney joke. We're living in serious times, and I say to you again, and I don't care if I'm repeating myself. Don't let it be your child that makes the news. We've seen the stories. We've seen little girls that have been groomed from them yidea them knee. We've seen this. Just the other day, it was since this year where we saw a young lady that was murdered. A young lady that was groomed from she was, I think, 12 or 13 years of age. And then that same lady fell victim to her baby father. Where were the parents to protect them? They came and talk about, oh, them not really know if to read and them. Listen, don't let that be your story or the story of your child. You will make it 30 and 40 and 50 odd years without reading. Be the one to open the door for your child. Be an example. It's never too late to learn. Do not let your pride stand in the way, because that's why some of the pitney run ring round on the yard. Because them know so them can read and you can't. And I'm telling you, if someone wanna take on a pick the phone right now on a belly button banana. If someone wanna take on a pick the phone right now on a belly button, I'm gonna cry out for Jesus on this night. We're living in serious time. Don't let your child be the next one to make the news. I am begging you. I don't want to say a next pitney text me and beg. And then you have some mother. God, why may I get so upset? You have some mother. We are calling and putting the pitney on the phone for beg. Teaching your children to beg. Teaching your children to beg. Your children don't know me from anywhere, but there you are in the background. There you are in the background. Telling your child what to say. Teaching them to beg a perfect stranger. It will move from Sasha and it will go to a predator. It will move from Sasha and it will fall in the laps of a predator. Be very careful. And for the fathers that are involved, because I know you have single fathers out there and you have to work and you have to put the bread on the table to ensure that the child is reading, and you want your child to get tablet, laptop, everything. You want your children to have all these devices. Ensure that you know how to use a device. When they're downloading the app, let them explain it to you. If you're putting it up on Instagram, you feed up on it too. Yeah? If your child is on Instagram, you should be on Instagram too. All if you have 0 posts and 0 followers, you only need to follow one person and it be your child. If your child is on TikTok, you should be on it too, because you should know what your child is being exposed to. If your child is on Snapchat, every story them post, you're supposed to be forced to watch it. Do not let them block you from their WhatsApp. Do not let them block you from their WhatsApp, because I'm in disgust and shocked at some of the things that I see these little children posting. Whatever website or social media that's your platform that your child is on, you should be on it too. Do not let ignorance, do not let this world take your child from you. And some of you need to teach your child to live within their means. Do as I say and not as I do. I'm living this way to provide for you, but I know it isn't right. I'm asking you parents, I'm begging you parents. No, I am not a mother. I've never been pregnant. I've never given birth. But as a woman, we're natural nurturers. We're natural nurturers as women. That is our special gift. We nurture, and I love children. And I'm saying to you, wise up. For a child to feel comfortable enough to send a perfect stranger their picture, what about the stranger that will entertain it? I've seen men text little girls, and when I call them and I say, I will expose you, I will expose you, the man said to me, I live with my baby mother, I have my daughter. The man said, I live with my baby mother and I have a daughter. Big, great tone, dirty man. Parents, be very careful. I'm not talk about the licky one them either. Me talk about the mother them we are mother. Me talk about the father them we are father. Monitor your children social media. We're living in some dangerous times. I don't want another parent to call me and put on their child on the phone. And if you do it, I'm telling you, you will see a different side to Sasha. I don't want another parent call me and put on their child to beg. You beg. You beg. Don't you dare call and put another child on my phone and in the background telling the child what to say. Is that what you're teaching your child to do? What about the predator that will say something back. But here what? You see tonight, we're going to put some stop orders to some things, you know. Tonight, we're going to put some stop order. Tonight, we're going to put some stop order to some things. Right? Tonight, are going to be the last night. Tonight, are going to be the last night. You see, tonight, we're going to put some stop order upon some things. We're going to put some stop order upon what picnic them we are going to miss. We're going to put some stop order upon what picnic them we are come back bloodied. We're going to put some stop order upon what picnic them we are come back and afraid for talk about where them are come from. We're going to put some stop order upon some picnic right now we're in a fear. And it starts from the home. I am asking you to protect your child, because if you don't, who will? So tonight we're going to put some stop order upon some things. You understand? We're not come to be nice. And we're not come for sound intelligent. And we're not come for sound smart. And we're not come for beat around the bush. I come live tonight because I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of it now. You understand? Everywhere we go, we are talking about COVID. Yes, COVID is real, but so is our children who are in danger. So is our children that are being taken away. So is our children that are being used and abused. So our children, listen to me, let me tell you something. There are a lot of adults that are walking around that are damaged. That is just a damaged child. You have a man that is walking around that is a damaged boy. You have a woman walking around that is a damaged girl, because they never got over their childhood trauma. They never got the help that they needed. A lot of adults that you see walking around are broken children. And I'm asking you as parents, don't let that child be yours. I don't want no more body pitney. I send them picture, come give me. I don't want nobody else. I put them pitney on phone for beg. I ask for money. I ask for phone. Pitney, I call me, I'm hungry. The mother to call me and tell me, say, Sasha, put this on the platform. And before you call me, say a word of prayer, because someone to be like a big believe in a God. And I know you have some atheists, some people will watch me. Let me tell you something. I don't care if the church go corporate. I don't care about none of that, because I will never deny my God. I will never, ever deny the word of God. So you see, for that, I gonna make me get donations. You see, for that, I gonna make the charity go viral. I send it back. Before I go up on a platform, I need for prayer. Because someone I put on herself so much in the hands of man. Someone I look so much to mankind for help. I forget for prayer. And when I not pray for the help, I also to cover on the children. We're living in some serious time, and I say it again, and I won't stop repeating this. Don't let your child be the next one to make the news. Do not let your child be the next child to make the news. Somehow no one now watch the news and blame the children, but sometimes we're really and truly we're to blame the adults. So me not come live nothing, no come in have no bag of talking for doing now. But when there's something that rests on the heart, you say, nah, God, you better until you get off this off your chest. I just have to speak. And then like now I end up staying longer than I had planned to. But I'm asking you, I am begging you, let this be the last. I'm sending out a warning. Let this be the last. I'm not gonna put certain things on social media. I'm not gonna video certain things. I'm not gonna do certain things. I don't want to shame nobody, but I'm going to come publicly and say, let this be the last. Let this be the last. You hear me? I tell you now. Look at Pitney, look at day over 12-year-old. She don't look at day over 12-year-old. Sending me her picture. I had to screenshot it and my reply to protect myself. And I'm saying to you, let us protect those who cannot protect themselves. Let us protect those who cannot protect themselves. And I know you have people who don't want me to talk about it, because it's such a sensitive issue. They don't want to hear me talk about things like this because it's so sensitive. It's hard to listen to. And it's true. It's hard to listen to, you know. So we're not to talk about it. Keep it hush hush. But like I said, tonight I'm going to go pray. Because we're going to put some stop order upon some things. We're going to put some stop order on some things. I'm asking you parents to search your children's phones. And some want to pick this smart too. Let me tell you, no, when they make a problem. Yes, when you're going on WhatsApp and there is no chats, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. And if you don't know how to search the phone, type in keywords. So you go in a WhatsApp and you type in a word. And every chat that contains that word will pop up. And don't only search their friends' chats. Search the family member them where them a talk to too. Search for them chat too. I mean, no, you got some people go watch the live and run, go delete the message and with them send it to them. Search the family members' chats too that they're talking to. And then they have on something named archived, right? Or archived. I'm not really, my head blurry right now. You'll see it at the top. Click on it. All the chats that they wish to hide will be right there. Search it. Search them. Sit down. If you drink wine, take a glass of wine. If you drink tea or coffee, make yourself a cup. And search. Your child, if your child has on a password on their phone, I know a woman that happened to, you know. I know a woman that happened to, you know. The pitness said she rather dead before she opened for her phone. She rather dead before she opened for her phone. If there's a password on your child's phone, you should know it. Go in Google. When you go on Google, the search bar, you can see the history of things that they're searching. Click on the history. Know what your child is looking at. Now, there are also apps, and I'm talking for the parents that have minors. There are apps where you can connect with your child's phone, and every message where them get, you can get it too. Because you have some women that use this to search their man phone. It's not your man phone you're supposed to spy on your child. The energy and the effort that you're using for watch the boy, watch your child. There are apps that you can download that connects your phone to your child's phone. So whatever your child does, you see. Yeah. For the YouTube, ensure that they have on a children's version. Tricks and trades to this. Yeah. Every message with them get, you forget. Yeah. You just go in your browser, download it, right? Some friends used to watch our money now. Just download it, right? And you read their messages. Yeah. You open the message them and you read them. Because you see, some of the times our children are going through stuff and they won't speak to the parent, but they'll tell their friends. Like Sasha, they might have a nice auntie and they'll tell their nice auntie. You understand? This is your sign for search the pitney phone. Yeah. Once they live under your roof, You should be able to see what they're up to. Yeah. Yeah. Because sometimes we have some adults that are talking to our kids. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes we have some adults that are talking to our kids and they're telling our children, oh, you're so mature. Girls in my age group, they're not mature like you. Really and truly, not mature, we're putting them mature. I sense them now. So they go along with anything that they're told. This is your sign to search your child's phone and find out what is going on. Yeah, I'm going to leave you guys know. I'm going to leave you guys know. One moment. One moment, guys. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? I think you should also have rules. I don't see why a 12, 13, 14, 15-year-old is sleeping with their phone. Pick the phone during the week. Take the phone, give it to them on the weekend. Take the phone at 7 o'clock. Take the phone at 7 o'clock. Who are they talking? Woo! Where the grasshopper you come from? Take the phone at night. Yeah, it's late. Last night the little girl sent me her picture. What she do up with phone? Alright guys, I'm gonna leave you now, but before I leave you, again I say, tonight we put stop orders to certain things. Tonight we put a stop order to certain things. Right? Yeah. Your child won't make the news unless it is good news. Your child won't go in the newspaper unless they're writing a good article. Your child won't come up as a missing report, only as a success. That is the report that will be written for your child, a report of success. Your child won't be another statistic. Tonight is the night where you put a stop order on certain things. You see, sometimes me not come live because I'm working. And unless I have a project on hand, I don't really come live. But you see, tonight, we're going to put a stop order on certain things. And when you're praying for your child, pray for somebody else's child. Because there might be a parent that's struggling, that don't know how to deal with the issue. But you can send out a word in the atmosphere. It will go where it needs to. And I believe that wholeheartedly. It will go where it needs to. Put a stop order on some things tonight. Tonight at the night, or we're going to send back some things. You understand me? Yeah. May I go with the phone now? I drink my supplement. Yeah. Me, I can drink my supplement. You know? And let me tell you, something happened to me the other night, guys. Night before, it was Sunday night. I came off the phone with a friend. And let me tell you something. And that's why I will forever believe and trust in God. I don't like cleaning at night. I'm going to get up. I'm going to clean the house. And I was on the phone. And when I finished and I shower, I started praying. And prayer just come out of my belly button. All who I'm good with and not good with just came across my face, and I couldn't even stop it. You know, sometimes you're bitter against people and you don't even think about them. I couldn't even stop it. Everybody just started coming up in my face. And I had to pray. I had I had no choice but to pray. I didn't know what was taking place, but for some reason I was just praying. I prayed till my belly twist up. Monday, I got a call that a friend of mine went in the hospital. She's out now, guys. I must start pray again. And she's out and she's well. And everything came through just in the nick of time. Everything happened just in the nick of time. So sometimes when things rest by my spirit, I have to talk about it. I don't have a choice. Isn't it that because I just love chat? Sometimes some things come up in me and I have to say it. Sometimes I get a little bit emotional where you hear me sound like I'm shouting, but I'm not shouting. I just don't know where that voice comes from, but then it just blows out of me. Some people think I'm crazy. But I'm not crazy, you know. But I'm just saying, guys, send out a word in the atmosphere. Send out a word in the atmosphere. And I'm asking you to pray for our children. I'm asking you. This morning I was driving to work and I prayed and I did not say a word for myself. Up to now, I'm not start for nothing. All I prayed for when I was driving and I saw the tree them would drop down, all I prayed for was those who are going to have it even harder now because of that storm. Sometimes when we pray, we don't have to pray for ourselves, you know. Sometimes we don't have to be selfish with our prayer, you know. We can pray for others. We can intercede on behalf of others. And every time you pray, you have to pray about your problems, your trials, and your tribulations. Sometimes you just send up a word. Yeah. And you pray for somebody else. Sometimes something coming at you. Maybe a word of suicide coming you, and it's not about you. It's not about you. But then you just send out a word in the atmosphere to say for the person who's struggling to say, this is it. You send out a word and you say, God, let that word land where it's supposed to go. Give an extra touch tonight. As something of anxiety come over you, you just say a word of prayer. There's somebody who's struggling to sleep and you just send a word of prayer. You know that there's somebody who's going through a phase of depression and you just send out a prayer. Sometimes you don't even know who you're praying for, but it will reach where it's supposed to go. But you just release the word in the atmosphere and say, help is on the way. When you pray, you stand in the gap. You bridge the gap. Sometimes people are going through stuff and they can't find the words to pray for themselves. So you become the voice. Yeah. And every time we pray for myself and upon my need, Lord, this some stress. My life full of a problem. My depressed, my anxiety, I take me the bank account a ball. Man on the food in my house. May I drive big vehicle but the gas empty. The house big and pretty but the light out for cut. The fridge there and it have ice maker but the ice alone it a make because nothing in it. Yeah. And every time we have to pray for ourselves, some other time we can send out a prayer for somebody else. And that is what I'm going to leave you guys with tonight. I didn't know all of this was going to come out. I never know such a big live here that I got tonight. Yeah. Monday that happened to a young lady, but they caught her on time. She's out of the hospital now. We do have to pray for others as well. See that? Don't always pray for yourself and your family. Intercede on behalf of somebody else. That is my word for tonight. Intercede on behalf of somebody else. You're struggling, yes, and we're not gonna put aside your struggles because I too have my struggles. Sometimes I have a lot of struggles, right? But we can pray for others And in your deepest and darkest times, when the hole is the deepest and the darkest, when it gets wet, lonely, and gloomy, that is when you send up the highest praise. Some are going to thank God when things are go through for you. Some are going to talk about God goody. Look at God. Watch God work. Watch God come through. Because things are going away. But when we buckle little to we feel like a pain, we forget for God did good. We forget for God come through. Yeah. And we become so consumed by the struggle. It happened to me too. So I'm speaking from experience because I'm not perfect. We get so consumed by our situation and our circumstance that we forget our position. Situations change, circumstances change, your position will never change. Your position is what is who you're meant to be. Your position isn't your present self. Your position is who you are in the future. Your situation is what is happening currently, but your position is what God sees you and knows you to be. Now our situations or circumstances, all of that, just as the hour upon the clock changes, so does our situation. Just as the hour upon the clock changes, so does our circumstances, but our positions, who God has ordained us to be, the words that God has spoken into our lives, the word that God has placed upon our heart, what he has touched us and placed us to be, our position remains ourselves. So when you're going through that storm, when you're going through your situation, when you're going through your circumstance, move away from that and speak from your position. Your position being that I shall be the head and not the tail. Your position being that I shall be above and not below. Your position being that I shall never be at my enemy's footstool. Your position being that, you understand where I'm going with this? Speak from that position. Never from your situation or your circumstance. Good night, guys. Mwah! Stay safe. Remember, the food drive is December the 18th. We're going for 200 families this year, and we know and trust that it will be a great success. Right? We trust and believe that it shall be a great success this year. 200 families, Right to Life Foundation, alongside the Madge Lewis Scholarship Foundation, will be assisting 200 families this year. Well, it's not really us, we are because you know what, without you, and your donations, it won't be possible. So I'm asking everybody to just come on board, and make this a possibility. Guys, I leave you with love tonight. I leave you with joy. I leave you with happiness. I leave you with strength. I leave you with hope. I leave you with encouragement. I leave you with positive vibes and positive vibrations. We send out positivity in the atmosphere, right? And again, I implore you to speak from your position and not your current situation. Amen. So let it be. Where did that ugly laugh come from? I'm sorry, guys. Okay, guys. Good night. Hi, mommy. I love ya. Big up on yourself, guys.